Under the leadership of Dean Scott Bullier, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Business. Ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of Executive Director Holly Kretka, please welcome candidates for graduation from the School of Energy Resources. Under the leadership of Dean John Kaprowski, please welcome candidates for graduation from the Haub School of Environment and Natural Resources. Under the leadership of Interim Dean Michelle Hilaire, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Health Sciences. The Honors College is represented by Dean Peter Parolin. Honor Scholars are intellectually curious and academically accomplished students from all majors at the university. These students are graduating with their respective colleges and schools. Under the leadership of Provost Kevin Carman, please welcome the faculty and staff of the University of Wyoming. Under the leadership of President Edward Seidel, the stage party is led by Honorary Marshal Dr. Stephen Smutko in recognition of his distinguished service to the university. The university mace, which is carried in by Dr. Stephen Smutko, is a symbol of presidential leadership and authority. It's crowned with a cap of flames, signifying knowledge and enlightenment. President Seidel, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, university leadership, members of the faculty, graduates, family, and friends. The 2024 University of Wyoming Spring Commencement Ceremony will now be in order. If you are able to do so, please remain standing for the presentation of the colors this morning by the University of Wyoming Army ROTC and the playing of the national anthem by the UW Wind Symphony under the direction of Dr. Joe Carver. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the University of Wyoming, Dr. Edward Seidel.
Good morning. Good morning. There you go. Good morning. It is a really good morning this morning. Welcome to the University of Wyoming's 2024 Spring Commencement Ceremonies, and we are so pleased you could all be with us today. This celebration is the culmination of years of hard work and perseverance by our students. Educating students is at the undergraduate and the graduate level is at the core of our mission of a land-grant and flagship university. We prepare tomorrow's leaders, and today we launch a very strong cohort of graduates who have a bright future. Congratulations, graduates. We're proud of you, and we wish you all the success in the world. I would now like to welcome to the stage Dr. Kevin Carman, Provost and Executive Vice President, to introduce our Honorary Marshal.
Good morning, graduates, families, trustees, faculty, staff, and guests. As Provost, I'm honored to have the opportunity to reflect on the role that our faculty play in our world and our university. Leading the stage party today and carrying the university mace, our Honorary Marshal, customarily is a senior faculty member with an exceptional career, named in recognition of their distinguished service to the University of Wyoming. They've devoted their professional lives and extraordinary talents to the advancement of their disciplines and to their students' intellectual growth. And I'd like to recognize our Honorary Marshal, Dr. Stephen Smutko, a campus leader whose daily work inspires all of us to move this institution towards greater excellence. Dr. Smutko, would you please stand? Dr. Smutko received his PhD in economics from Auburn University and a master's degree in community and regional planning, not necessarily in that order, from North Dakota State University. At UW, Steve is a Wyoming Excellence Professor and Associate Dean of the Haub School of Environment and Natural Resources. Dr. Smutko maintained a joint appointment with the Department of Agricultural and Applied Economics and holds the Spicer Chair in Collaborative Practice. His research is focused on three areas: application and efficacy of participatory decision-making in natural resources management and policy, decision analysis in coupled human and natural systems, and environmental leadership. Dr. Smutko maintained an active collaborative practice program through the UW Ruckelshaus Institute, where he facilitated decision-makers in local, state, and federal government, private industry, and nonprofit organizations in negotiated problem-solving on complex environmental and natural resource policy issues. Dr. Smutko has demonstrated a commitment to the university and our students that extends beyond the classroom and scholarly activities. Thank you, Dr. Smutko, for the many ways you've served UW with distinction. Congratulations. President Seidel will now continue with some special introductions.
I am pleased to have Michelle Sullivan of Sheridan, Wyoming, the Vice Chair of the UW Board of Trustees, Trustee Jim Mathis, Trustee Dave True, and Trustee Laura Schmidt-Posado here with us today. I'd also like to recognize the other members of the Board of Trustees and thank them for their exemplary leadership. They are Brad Bonner from Cody, Kermit Brown from Laramie, David Fall from Gillette, Elizabeth Greenwood from Pinedale, Brad LaCroix from Newcastle, Carol Linton from Jackson, Macy Moore from Douglas, and John McKinley from Cheyenne. It is now my pleasure to recognize those in the stage party who will not be introduced later in the program. I ask that they stand for introduction and that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. Superintendent of Public Instruction, Megan Dagenfelder. Today's name readers, Ann Alexander, Assistant Dean in the College of Business, and Mandy Gifford, Chief of Staff to the Provost. The UW Wind Symphony, directed by Dr. Joe Carver, And finally, the announcer for this morning's ceremony from Wyoming Public Media, Pat Gabriel. Please join me in giving them all a round of applause. I would also like to thank our faculty for the excellent education that you have provided for our students. Faculty, would you please stand so we can thank you for the integral and incredible role you have played in these graduates' lives. And of course, today would not be possible without the great staff and volunteers who've spent countless hours making today special. Another round of applause. Finally, I would like to give a special recognition to the families, friends, and loved ones of today's graduates who provided support and encouragement in so many ways. Graduates, would you please stand up, look around, find your loved ones, they're here somewhere, and please join me in giving them all a round of applause for their support. Thank you. That is one of the nicest parts of the ceremony, I think. So now to recognize, now to recognize our honor students, Provost Kevin Carman will return to the podium.
Students who graduate from UW with honor societies are among our most academically persistent, gifted, and adventurous students. Not only do they earn high marks in their coursework, but they have often added much more to their academic plate by stepping forward to take advantage of study abroad opportunities, participating in rich and meaningful internships, holding leadership positions in student organizations, and working to serve their communities. They exemplify all that is the best in UW students and their ambitions for the future. So, if you are graduating with academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude, would you please rise so we can congratulate you on this achievement? You'll notice that some of these students are going to be rising several times. If you are a member of Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, a college or department-specific honors society, please stand up so we can recognize your accomplishments. Finally, I would like to welcome to the stage Dr. Peter Perlin, Dean of the Honors College. Peter.
Graduates from the Honors College complete a rigorous interdisciplinary course of study, produce a significant independent research or creative capstone project, and receive a minor in honors on their transcript. Extensive opportunities for experiential learning, paid internships, and study abroad round out the Honors College experience. Throughout our graduation program, the plus symbol before a student's name indicates Honors College and signifies graduates who have accomplished all the requirements of the honors minor. Would all the graduates from the Honors College please stand so we can recognize your accomplishments? And now I welcome President Seidel back to the podium to bestow upon a special guest the highest honor UW can award, that of an honorary degree.
The recipient of an honorary degree exemplifies the values of excellence, service, and integrity, and possesses distinguished accomplishments in their profession, public service, or service to humanity. It is my honor to bestow an honorary degree, the university's highest award, to Dr. Noah Hull. Dr. Noah Hull, for your many contributions, the University of Wyoming is honored to bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Dr. Noah Hull is being hooded today by the UW Board of Trustees, Vice Chair Sullivan and Provost Carmen. Please join me, and I've already done this, welcoming him to the podium. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Hull. We greatly appreciate the thoughts that you will share with us today. Come on forward.
Good morning. Welcome to esteemed faculty, administration, Board of Trustees, proud family, friends, most of all, graduates, graduating class 2024. Today marks a pivotal achievement in your life. You have worked diligently to persevere through challenges, and there are quite a few, I think, over the past many years here, to reach this moment. As you move forward, embrace the future with the courage and passion that you have all showed. Remember that your opportunities are truly limitless after you leave today. Take a moment to cherish today with your friends and loved ones that are here to celebrate with you. These moments are truly precious and rare. Celebrate, reflect, prepare for the exciting journey that lies ahead, ride for the brand. Most of all, congrats to the graduating class 2024. Go Pokes.
Thanks, Dr. Hull, and congratulations on today's honor. It is now my great privilege to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning's ceremony, Dr. Gordia Bannister. Dr. Bannister is the Executive Director of the Institute for Patient Care at Massachusetts General Hospital. She is a proud alum of UW's Faye W. Whitney School of Nursing and is a registered nurse with a doctorate in psychiatric and mental health nursing, and she was previously Senior Vice President for Patient Care Services at Providence Hospital in Washington, D.C. Dr. Bannister has completed fellowships in the Robert Wood Johnson Nurse Executive Program and the Johnson & Johnson Wharton Program in Management for Nurse Executives. She has received numerous grants from a variety of funding sources, including Health Resources and Services Administration. And Dr. Bannister is a member of the African Scientific Institute, the National Black Nurses Association, the American Organization of Nurse Executives, and the American Nurses Association. And she is a fellow of the American Academy of Nursing. Please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. Gordia Bannister.
Well, good morning, graduates. I am so excited for all of you, and I have to tell you, the world is waiting for you. To the class of 2024, the president of UW, Dr. Seidel, distinguished faculty and staff, honored guests, friends and families, it's really an honor to be here today to celebrate your graduation. This is an incredibly exciting day, and I really want to encourage all of you to take it all in and really savor this incredible moment in your lives. The journey today, I'm sure, has been challenging and different for everyone, but some themes are common to most of you. Hard work, dedication, for some financial hardship, and perhaps even some self-doubt about getting to this point today. This is a day of self-reflection and realizing just how far you've come. But it's also an opportunity to consider, well, what comes next? There is so much in store for you, and I'm confident that all of you will make a positive difference using all of your talents. I want you to think big, really big, as you enter into your chosen fields. The opportunities and possibilities are limitless, and I can tell you, I'm living proof. Never in my wildest dreams, and I can tell you, I've had a lot of dreams, could I have ever imagined that I, a nursing graduate of the class of 1980, would be standing here to address you today. It's like a dream. I started my education here almost 50 years ago, and I just kind of semi-retired, and I was asked to speak to you as you start your careers. For me, this is so exciting, and I have so many great memories of my cowboy years. I have to tell you that the faculty of the nursing school, they poured their love of teaching and their love of nursing into me. I know many of you have made lifelong friends, and I want to recognize one of my nursing school classmates, Dr. Ann Gooding Trask, who went on to become a neonatal ICU physician in Colorado, who's in the audience with me today. So I've known Ann almost 50 years. It's hard to believe. I want to recognize Ann, and she's like blushing in the background. Ann, stand up. Also, more importantly, my mother, Barbara Shannon Bannister, she'll be here for the afternoon ceremony, will be here, and she is also a proud graduate of UW. So like many of your parents, my parents sacrificed so much to lay the foundation for who I am today. My parents made the bold decision to take a job offer and move from New Orleans, Louisiana to Casper, Wyoming when I was 4 months old. I spent my formative years in Casper, and I have to tell you, I never thought of going anywhere else for college except for the University of Wyoming. It was one of the best, yes, you're right, whoever said woohoo. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made, and I really hope that you feel the same way too. As I speak to you today as a proud UW nurse, some of you would probably say, what I'm going to say today comes from all my years of working in healthcare. And of course, all of you will experience the healthcare system at some point. First of all, we've all gone through unprecedented and extraordinary times, a worldwide pandemic that no one living has ever seen before that savaged the world economy and the educational systems. During COVID, your classes went virtual. Some of your usual activities, such as spending times with friends, was interrupted, and some of you could no longer walk across this beautiful Wyoming campus. And I have to tell you, I had an amazing day yesterday being toured around, and I can tell you the campus looks so different when I was here as a student. I practiced nursing in one of the most acclaimed hospitals in the world, Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston. I went to work every day and saw firsthand the toll that the pandemic took on everyone. There was sadness, grief, and fear, but there was also determination, innovation, and a commitment to addressing the needs of our patients and their families and our staff. You graduates will continue to be tested by problematic circumstances that the future is going to leave at your door. But the knowledge you've gained at the university will lead you to tomorrow's solutions for mankind. One important thought I want to leave today is this: regardless of anyone's backgrounds, abilities, or circumstances, every person should be seen as inherently deserving of respect and of dignity. As a nurse, we are taught to uphold that inherent worth of each person. While there are forces, including all of these opinion camps created by media and communication streams that divide us, I would say let us resolve that all individuals possess inherent worth and value. You perhaps made assumptions about me as your speaker today. Who is she? Why did they select her? There's nothing wrong with the natural inclination to place everyone you meet in a box or another. We call that human nature. What I'm pleading for, as the world and its people separate and distrust each other, is more civility. Let's be more civil with one another as we make attempts to really understand and work through our differences. Take time to hear the views of those you oppose. We need to learn to live together on this earth. Seek compromise. Yes, sometimes that's seen as a bad word. Through compromise, we each give a little so that we all get some of what we want. Keep this in mind as you grow older and as you gain more wisdom, because things do change. What you want today, you may not want tomorrow. None of this is easy, but we all need to work on it. As you assume your new jobs and all the new opportunities that will come your way, I challenge each of you to use what you've learned to lend a hand to someone, to lift someone up, to acknowledge the good fortune that you've had and pay it forward. I've heard this quoted so many times in my career: to whom much is given, much is required, from Luke 12:48. We know that Wyoming is the least populated state in the U.S., and by extension, there are few people that look like me. At my high school in Casper, there were only 3 African American girls and no boys in my graduating class of 500 students. When I was in nursing school here, I was the only African American in my class. I rarely saw anyone who looked like me. I tell you this because these experiences left me fighting with imposter syndrome. What that means is that I've been plagued with self-doubt about my skills, my talents, and accomplishments all my life. While I came to Wyoming on a full-ride scholarship, academic scholarship, by the way, thought I'd mention that, I've always wondered if I was smart enough, even though eventually I completed a PhD. I was the chief nurse of one hospital and practiced at Mass General Hospital for the last 16 years as a nurse executive. I thrived and I flourished there, and yet my entire career, one that I could not imagine, I was questioning whether I was good enough, smart enough, or even the right person. And oh, by the way, the reason I bring this up is around 70% of the people from all backgrounds suffer from imposter syndrome at some point in their life. That means this will affect many of you in this room. I want to say, if you experience self-doubt, try to reflect on something that has gone well, like this incredible week. You're here at your graduation. That's a lot to celebrate. Create an inventory of your achievements and skills. You've accomplished a lot, and you will accomplish even more. So let's face it, we're going to make some mistakes along the way. Mistakes are learning opportunities. I still remember my first medication error as a new graduate nurse. The patient wasn't harmed, but I learned some valuable lessons from that experience, and it didn't stop me from furthering my career. Some of you may have heard of the Black 14 at UW. In 1969, 14 Black university football players were dismissed from the team for planning a protest against social injustice and racism at a football game. At that time, my late father was the president of the Casper chapter of the NAACP, a civil rights organization. He was trying to assist them and received threats to his safety because of his involvement. In 2019, 50 years later, the University of Wyoming issued a formal apology and other actions to honor the Black 14. My message here is this: we are all going to make mistakes. Making mistakes helps us learn and hopefully helps us to avoid from repeating them again in the future. It's never too late to apologize. And also, as a psychiatric nurse, let me not close today without pleading with you to take care of your mental health. The events of the last years have taken a toll on all of us. Your mental health is as important as your physical health in your overall well-being. In fact, as you're graduating in May, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And taking care of your mental health starts with checking in with yourself. We use this phrase in clinical care: what matters is so important. What matters to you is so important. And if you need help, to ask for it. So in closing, let me say I couldn't be more proud to be here with you. I know that you're going to make a positive difference in the world, and I saw this quote from an anonymous author that I wanted to share with you. Now, I want you to listen closely. Are you listening? Are you listening? Okay. Behind you are all of your memories. Before you are all of your dreams. Around you are all that love you. And within you is all that you need. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Congratulations.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Bannister. We really appreciate those thoughts. Now, on behalf of the University of Wyoming Alumni Association, Jack Tennant will offer congratulations to our graduates as they transition from students to alumni. Jack is the Executive Director of the University of Wyoming Alumni Association. Please welcome Jack Tennant to the podium.
All right, can I get a go, Pokes? All right, you're alumni now. We got to get a little bit better at that. Can I get a go, Pokes? Awesome. President Seidel, deans, trustees, thank you for allowing the UW Alumni Association to be a part of this memorable ceremony. And to our 2024 graduates, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I congratulate you on earning your degree and becoming an alum of the University of Wyoming. My name's Jack Tennant. I'm the Executive Director of the University of Wyoming Alumni Association, and I'm a 2010 graduate of UW. And I remember sitting in those seats right there, thinking about what I was gonna do with my friends and my family and how excited I was. But the last thing that was on my mind was, what does it mean to become an alum? Well, becoming an alum means a lot of things to a lot of people, but I'll leave you with just a couple things here today. The UW Alumni Association and all 140,000 alumni will be here for you whenever and wherever you need us. Becoming an alum means you all, because of the hard work you put in over those last few years, will always have a home here at the University of Wyoming. We couldn't be more proud to welcome you to the alumni family. You may think that there's some special moment crossing the stage here where you become an alum, but the reality is you've been at it the entire time you've been in school. All those classes, all those late nights, all those walks into the wind, always into the wind across Prexy's pasture. The whole time you've been getting closer and closer. The last thing becoming an alum means is that you will always be a cowboy and no one can take that from you. Now I'm going to do one more thing. We like to send a video out to our alumni every month, and I'd like you to join me in a little selfie video saying "Go Pokes" one more time. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go Pokes! Congrats again, and go Pokes.
Thanks, Jack. That was great. Graduates, I encourage you to stay involved with the Alumni Association. Please stay connected to the University of Wyoming as you begin the next chapter of your lives, and you're always welcome back on campus. Now it's my pleasure to invite Dr. Scott Beaulieu, the Dean of the College of Business, to the podium to introduce this morning's student speaker.
Thank you, President Seidel. It's my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, David Stotzer. Born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, David came to UW in 2020 to pursue his studies. Today, David is graduating with majors in business economics and marketing, and he is also an honors college student. Upon completion of his degree, David will enter seminary for the Roman Catholic Diocese of Cheyenne, Wyoming. He credits the University of Wyoming for providing him with invaluable opportunities for personal and academic growth, and he has profound gratitude towards his professors and the university. Stotzer leaves University of Wyoming feeling as though he has learned more than he could have ever imagined and prepared for life in ways he could have only dreamed. Ladies and gentlemen, David Stotzer.
Thank you, Dean Beaulieu. President Seidel, Provost Carmen, deans, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, family, friends, and fellow students, good morning. Before I begin, on behalf of all of us graduating today, I'd like to thank all the professors, TAs, tutors, supportive parents, and everyone else who has propelled us along our academic journey. We wouldn't be here without you, so let's give them all a quick round of applause. I also want to give a special shout out to President Seidel, who, like most of us graduating today, started back here at UW back in 2020. Most of you probably already knew that, but Mr. President, did you know that back in the fall of 2020, about a month or so into our first semester, you requested to follow me on Instagram? And I have screenshots to prove it. Of course, I accepted your request. I was flattered. But then a week later, after probably realizing that I'm not a faculty or staff member here, you promptly unfollowed me. I haven't forgotten that. But seriously, as we stand on the brink of this momentous occasion, I'm reminded of the journey that has brought us to this very point. It seems like just yesterday, we stepped onto the University of Wyoming campus, eager to embark this chapter of our lives. Today, we stand not only as graduates, but as individuals who've been shaped and molded by the experiences, challenges, and triumphs we've encountered during our time here. Reflecting on my own journey, I can't help but recall the countless moments of loneliness and isolation that many of us faced freshman year, particularly those of us who graduated high school in 2020 to little or no pomp and circumstance. The transition to college is already daunting, but to do so amidst a backdrop of uncertainty and upheaval tested our resilience in ways we never imagined. In the face of uncertainty, we learned to be courageous. Whether it was joining a new club, pursuing a challenging major, or simply striking up a conversation with a stranger, each of us took steps towards personal growth and self-discovery. As a native New Mexican, I came to Laramie not knowing a soul, and now I feel as if I have found my second family. Beyond the breathtaking landscapes and exquisite cuisine found only in Washakie Dining Center, UW became a place where I found community, my home away from home. From the backyard bonfires to the Sunday suppers and everything in between, I encountered men and women who were willing to call each other higher and become the best versions of ourselves. These deep, virtuous friendships have formed me into the man and the cowboy that I am today. For me personally, I also learned how important it is to step outside your comfort zone. You have to be bold, take risks, and embrace the adventure. So go ahead and climb Medicine Bow at 3 a.m. just to watch the sunrise. Ask that girl out on a date. Sign up for that 60-mile bike race. Hitchhike to Canada over spring break just to see the world's tallest moose. Leave your phone in the Uber an hour after landing in Scotland. What's the worst that can happen, you know? Maybe don't do that last one, that was kind of rough. But it made my time in Scotland way more interesting. So, as we begin this next chapter of our lives, let us carry with us the lessons learned, the friendships forged, and that indomitable spirit of what it means to be a cowboy. Our classes and the countless hours we spent doing homework may soon become a distant memory, but the relationships we've formed and the lessons we've learned will endure. So, I urge you, my fellow graduates, don't be strangers. Keep in touch, support one another, and continue to cherish the memories we've created together. The future awaits, so enjoy this moment. God bless you all, and go Pokes.
Well, as we've just heard, it's never too late to apologize. So you will be receiving a request for me to follow you shortly. And thanks, David. That was terrific. Thank you. I would now like to invite the past chair of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Robert Sprague, to the podium to present candidates for degrees.
Thank you, Dr. Seidel. Good morning, graduates. My role here today is to read a very important statement that you are going to want to hear because it's going to get you one step closer to your graduation. But you may have noticed that all of us up here have this spiral book. That's our script. And in my part, it says, brief remarks as desired. Since this is a graduation ceremony, I can't resist offering you some advice. I happen to have printed out the statement and brought it with me just in case. So my piece of advice to you is always have a backup plan. Graduates, as the immediate past chair of the Faculty Senate, I would like to congratulate all of you on your achievements today. President Seidel, the students listed in the commencement program and gathered here for this ceremony are eligible to receive bachelor's degrees upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements. On behalf of the faculty at the University of Wyoming, I am proud to present these outstanding candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees in their respective fields of study. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Sprague. With that, I would like to request that our graduates present themselves on stage for recognition by college or school, and we begin with the College of Agriculture, Life Sciences, and Natural Resources.
Well, good morning. My name is Kelly Crane. I'm the interim dean of the College of Agriculture, Life Sciences, and Natural Resources, and it is truly an honor to introduce our degree candidates from our college. So, President Seidel, Provost Carmen, Board of Trustees, it is my privilege to introduce the degree candidates from the College of Agriculture, Life Sciences, and Natural Resources to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Meredith Hallweg. Lindsay Morisco. Shayna Skor. Nicholas Wade. Joshua Stevens. Austin Staples. Emma Duvall. Abigail Havey. Isabella Ackerman Marrow. Keith Titus. John Heaton. Adam Torkelson. Katie Chapman. Justin Coe. Raylyn Baker. Cheyenne Chisler. McKinley Mulbear. Autumn Danzig. Amy Johnson. Elizabeth Fetzer. Kara Reynolds. Ashlyn Manuel. Carolina Perkins. Henry Klein. Matthew Harte. Aiden Miller. Aspen Waldron. Leah Allen. Addison Meidinger. Gracie Kiter. Catherine Odom. Anna Augustine. Maisie Fox. Sarah Gregg. Carolyn Curry. Liliana Smith. Anna Foley. Cora Miller. Sydney Ordahl. Jordan Troxel. Kayla Fazio. Sheridan Rujevitz. Madison Cook. Catherine Carrier. Catherine Echeper. Jordan Vanetti. Luke Irvin. Sage Morton. Zoe Robison. Callie Frankowiak. Madeline Morgan. Delaney Borneman. Cassandra Shoemaker. Isabella Schultz. Hadley Hollinger. Rebecca Wise. Madison Willis. Justine Garwood. Casey Benton. Shane Dawson. Alexis Fontaine. McKenna Hackett. Genevieve Tazi. Samantha Sackett. Elena Groves. Olivia Devine. Kaylee Pinney. Siobhan Lally. Rebecca Lockhart. Kaylee Yeager. Ellie Schwab. Carissa Kaiser. Rabia Khan. Ashley Brown. Tate Rodriguez. Emily Rumsey. Bailey Babbitt. Chalini Riddle. Lakin Alice. Olivia Quayle. Michael Chayone. Dalton McMichael. Kobe Pruitt. Kale Collins. Hunter Skalski. Matthew Palmer. Samuel Wade. Chili Nemec. Sydney Diston. Reagan Kautzman. Colton Beefus. Joy Gavidia. Kelsey Burton. Joshua Trujillo. Mackenzie Bolts. Brooklyn Prince. Nathan Zastapel. Jacob Krull. Ashleen Sapupo. Chad Browning. Maxwell Walzak. Joseph Novak. Ryan Lockery. Stephen Antonio. Kellen Chandler. Dylan Brogue. Jeffrey Cleff. Brian Laurie. Elizabeth Howard. Sophia Culver. Zachary Roush. Ronald Ballard. Chloe Flagler Hess. Macy Palmer. Adele Chisholm. Isabel Bivona. Natalie Hawkeye. Brooke Halbish. Emmy Johnson. Riley Lamb. Anatadaishi Naya Matsavo. Abigail Vetter. Cheyenne Stoner. Cassidy Barr. Tegan Frazier. Skylar Light. Ella Ginap. Foss Williams. Catherine Chabron. Addison Linder. Jaden Bretzman. Alyssa Trujillo. Duke Dixon. Holly Brockwell. Michelle Williams. Brittany Bender. Casey Craig. Preston Bowers. Hallie Carroll. Tess Irwin. Blake Fabricius. Peyton Voloshin. Devin Littlefield. Erica Ferris. Gabriel Hoyer. Bree Agenbrod. Ashley Wolf. Kaylee Chambers. Daniel Coles. Finley Miller. Elizabeth Arnold. Janessa Gallegos. Riley Hansen. JJ Comtois. Yves Marie Hess. Reagan Logan. Lauren Anderson. Ashton Dupape. Robert Blotchley. Samuel Warnicki. Cage Pepper. Madison Wright. Asti Ward. Carter Boatwright. Carissa Anderson. Ryan Pateski. Emily Tinoco. Kelly Malott.
Good morning. I'm Scott Bollier, Dean of the College of Business, and it is my honor, President Seidel, Provost Carmen, and trustees, as Dean of the College, to ask the degree candidates from the college to make their way to the stage for recognition.
William Gowdy. Timothy Keeley. Rodrigo Velasquez. Mariana O'Neill. Anthony Distler. Cassidy Madrid. Angeles Medina. Emily Vorosky. Michael Pope. Chase Master. Jordan O'Hare. Sydney Fornstrom. Julian Emery. Jason Barry. Colby Isaac Gull. Lacey Crane. Timothy Stevens. Caleb Mikesell. George Ristick. Nicholas Walton. Alessandro Mastrovito. Reagan Mullaney. Caitlin Locasio. Natalie Demple. Brooke Deal. Ben Niederer. Jacob Barrett. Kevin Lazoya. Paige Ricketts. McKenna Kale. Sarah Drury. Cole DeMarzo. Wyatt Eckler. Dakota Snyder. Isaac White. Brent Vanderveen. Elizabeth Braley. Rosa Aguilar. Ben Miller. Cooper Glenn. Caden Blanky. Brett Swedland. Langston Boma. Joseph Kostelecki. Colton Drury. Mason Ellingford. Spencer Burley. Angel Maldonado. Gavin Bartlett. Rudy Sanford. Justice Reese. William Gose. Thane Thatcher. Wyatt Eben. Justin Valdez. Trevor Clark. Dylan Foley. Asher Baca. Nathaniel Rieger. Jaden Mulkin. Ryan Mitka. Hayden Wiggins. Kaylee Lundgren. Adrian Ancaya Ancencios. Thomas Edwards. Aaron Moya. Caitlin Knapp. McKenna Salee. Jesse McCormick. Lucia Garcia. Cleaston Brannon. Stephanie Ryland. Sophie Hayes. Isabella Spicer. Madeline DeLoe. Christian Martinez. Tenley Keller. Andrew Spadafora. Robert Ziegler. Adam Roberts. Christopher Kaiser. Dylan Price. Kylie Tyler. John Wargen. David Stotzer. Samuel Hageman. Blake Torres. Joshua Huey. Cooper McMullen. Reed Schroeder. Seth Eris. Brandon White. Caleb Driscoll. Dryden DeGan. Tyson Edwards. Ridge Briggs. Warren Carr. Hayden Bronnenberg. Augustus Mayhew. Nicholas Simpson. Joseph Keller. Quinn Henniger. Tati Landrum. Kendra Williams. Lakili Grebinger. Ingrid Bailey. Mitchell Supupo. Serena Wakeford. Quincy Wofford. Storm Haddocks. Donovan Hoffman. Jackson Boswell. Asher Neal. Marion Brown. Lillian Feist. Dioslin Batista. Tanley Anderson. Brian Hockey. Maricela Sanchez. Amy Reed. Avery Joy. Caitlin Bravo. Sarah Struby. Camille Holly. Jael Lopez Garcia. Crispin Dipple. Isaac Palomo. Brecken Miller. Luke McKee. Dayton Hamill. Julian Webb. Bennett Walker. Zane Cooper. Sarah Cole. Michael Swidecki. Alexander Christensen. Lucas Meisel. Brendan Schatz. Brenton Brown. Haley Nyson. Holly Hyatt. Ryan Schellenberger. Rochelle D'Souza. Dalton Gregory. Preston Tillema. Caleb Cockrum. Sante Stewart. Sophie Zenender. Lucia Malinak. Bailey Wilburn. Sabrina Considine. Zoe Chilvers.
President Seidel, Provost Carmen, and trustees, I'm Holly Krecka, Executive Director of the School of Energy Resources, and it is my privilege to invite the degree candidates from the school to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Jacob Burns. Micah Brandt. Tyler Schlegel. Holly Jetty. Russell Farrell. Reed Sun.
Morning, I'm John Kaprowski, Dean of the Haub School of Environment and Natural Resources. What a wonderful day of celebration. President Seidel, Provost Carmen, trustees, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates from the Haub School of Environment and Natural Resources to proceed to the stage for recognition.
Keith Johnson. Hayden Moreland. Zachary Fly. Mackenzie Harefield. Andy Bowman. Kenzie Hicks. Parker Johnson. Jacob A.V. Griffin Willard. Emma Jones. Alyssa Dale. Lindsay Mitchell. Caleb Palmer. Demetrian Grimes. Nolan Rahat. Michael Cottle. Spencer Kanan. Gabriel Wiley. Ethan Baldwin. Bryce Kubasta. Bergen Campbell. Riley Cooper. Elliot Hemingway. Brock Follett. Nathan Lane. Casimir Norton. Sophia Buffet. Sydney Wilson. Ashley Wilkins. Madeline Giovanni. Samantha Rogaseski.
President Seidel, Provost Carmen, and trustees, my name is Michelle Hilaire, the Interim Dean of the College of Health Sciences, and it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates for the College of Health Sciences to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Delaney Neves. Malia Christensen. Quentin Nichols. Jared Snyder. Ashlyn Brown. Jacoby Marriage. Jenna Beckley. Harley Wick. Kyle Moore. Rachel King. Ethan Mathis. Madeline Davis. Jacinda Nienhauser. Liberty Farrell. Taylor Dunn. Daphne Hawley. Adrian Merrick. Nisi Sundquist. Chase Kiker. Morgan Piltz. Carson Bates. Maddie Fornstrom. Christian Cook. Peter Perfetti. Kiana Howard. Mary Harris. Isabella Diaz. Maggie Moore. Alexis Motisi. Bryn Setzwig. Morgan Schwint. Nicholas Kautzman. Alyssa Durga. Elizabeth Marnell. Leslie Sims. Alan Carrillo Hernandez. Kelsey Harnsberg. Madeline Oden. Evan Schlisky. Charity Rodolph. Nicholas Burke. Elijah Dick. Juliana Federici. Jacob Buhner. Kareem Mersal. Annie Miller. Sarah McElravy Kanyas. Elizabeth Bryson. Ashley Birch. Eamon Logue. Reese Knapp. Gabrielle Dixon. Alexis Littleford. Darby Johnson. Jenna Wayne. Reagan Finkeldye. Rachel Petersburg. Catherine Elfland. Maya Angwin. Elena Josephine Nelson. Abigail Devine. Tommy Olson. Johanna Nielsen. Madison Hall. Ashley Mashak. Drake Nash. Tanya Furman. Tori Wheeler. Lauren Mann. Amaya Cook. Megan Cleary. Madison Terry. Matthew Poses. Dakota Jones. Hannah Crockett. Natalie Siraj. Lana Jeter. Gabrielle Clutter. Madeline Bain. Brooke Ford. Britt Nichols. Riley Gilbert. Kellen Chatterton. Chenoa Williams. Elizabeth Lewis. Rachel Kuntz. Adrian Lawson. Emma Herman. Kendall Siemens. Brooke Thompson. Abigail Preston. Megan Weidler. Sarah Bowles. Abby Harley. Ansley Hessler. Megan Fry. Marie Mamir. Teddy Jones. Isabel Lyons. Catherine Oswald. Ashlyn McGee. Taylin Robertson. Caitlin Castle. Amber Height. Amber Grutzmacher. Trinity Vegaberg. Matilda Shiwi. Danielle Moore. Peyton Hatcher. Michaela McPherson. Tristan Smith. Shay Raleigh. Alexandra Vallejos. Chase Miller. Tiana Roberts. Mackenzie Bannister. Cy Meyer. Noble Gurney. Sydney Solom. Lindsay Hubert. Kinsley Larson. Casey Warner. Catherine Fries. Rebecca Durner. Selah Jordan. Amber Austin. Alexandra Russell. Destiny Cook. Sarah Wallace. Faith Joy. Dylan Croft. Sierra Zabo. Tennille McCall. Holly Wigington. Dara Short. Ellery Lane. Leah Albro. JC Myrtle. Sadie Forney. Mary Bailey. Amy Hambrick. Olivia Rifen.
What's next? Okay. Got to make sure we're in the right place here. So I'm pleased now to invite Board of Trustees Vice Chair Michelle Sullivan to the podium to offer remarks and to authorize the conferral of degrees.
Congratulations, graduates. Go Pokes. Under the laws of the state of Wyoming, as a member and authorized representative of the University of Wyoming Board of Trustees, I hereby delegate to President Edward Seidel the authority to confer the applicable degrees at this commencement ceremony. Congratulations.
Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so thank you, Vice Chair Sullivan. Graduates, we've come to that essential moment in the ceremony, so please stand. All right. By virtue of the authority delegated to me by the University of Wyoming Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of your chosen field of study upon satisfactory completion of degree requirements with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Now, if you've not already done so, I invite you to move the tassel on your cap from the right to the left side, signifying that you are now officially graduates of the university. Please stand and congratulate our graduates. Everybody stand. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on this incredible day. Thank you.
We did it. We did it. Less than 2 hours. We're all done. We ask that you please remain at your seats while the stage party and faculty exit. After the recessional, we ask that you not gather on the floor as we must prepare for our next commencement ceremony. Graduates, please meet your families on the concourse, and we have some bins on the concourse if you would like to recycle your commencement program. The University of Wyoming 2024 Spring Commencement Ceremony is now adjourned. Class dismissed. Congratulations.